So in this video, let's revisit a proposition. So a proposition is a declarative statement or expression that has a truth value, either true or false. We did give examples like Davao is the capital of the Philippines, which is false. Say x less than x plus 1, which is x being a real number, for example, so which is true, and 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is equals 111, which is false. All men are mortal, which is true. So we also have counterexamples like do not cheat, or ouch, this statement is false, which is vague. How are you, which is question, and an interjection, for example. So in the quiz, we have decide the following, whether the following statements are propositions. Write Y if the statement is a proposition, otherwise write N. So there's no need to justify your answer. So in this case, this is meant to be a giveaway question because although it's a bit difficult to find out the truth value of these statements, what's important is we know that they're propositions because they can be either true or they can be false. So the answer for all of these statements are yes. So first is the equation a to the fourth plus b to the fourth plus c to the fourth is equals to d to the fourth has no solution when a, b, c, d are positive integers. So this is otherwise known as the Euler's conjecture. And basically the source for this is the another very good source for discrete mathematics. If you search mcs.pdf, so you will be directed to this site, Mathematics for Computer Science at MIT, CSAIL. So we have a very good reference. So when you click this link, it will download this one, the Mathematics for Computer Science by Eric Lehman et al. And basically they have a very good text here as a reference. So it begins with the proof, propositions, predicates, then move on with well-ordering principle, logical formulas, data types, induction, recursive data types, infinite sets, number theory, graphs, communication networks, simple graph, planar graphs, and other topics that are very important. And they started with propositions. So the Euler's conjecture example and the rest of the problems were taken from this text. So a proposition is a statement that is either true or false. So for example, this one, for every negative integer n, the value of n squared plus n plus 41 is prime. And in this case, this statement is basically false, because we can come up with a counter example. So it's not prime for all non-negative integers. Although we could come up with plenty of examples in this case. So the next one is the Euler's conjecture. And again, this not really hard or not really easy to prove or to disprove. But the counterexample comes with A equals 95,000, B equals 217,000, and C 414,000, and the other D is 420,000. So when you plug in these values, basically it will be able to solve the Euler's conjecture. And again, this is basically, this counterexample is given by Inom Elkis. And the other problems we have this one, 313 times x cubed plus y cubed is equals to z cubed has no solution when x, y, z are positive integers. So this proposition is also false. So the counterexample, although the counterexample has more than 1,000 digits. So for the four-color theorem, we will still encounter this when we discuss graph theory. So that's why it's not yet included here. So the other proposition is the Fermat's last theorem. There are no positive integers x, y, and z such that x to the n plus y to the n is equals to z to the n for some integer n greater than 2. So this last theorem was proven way back in 1994, and it's been a long time, since 1600s. And after 7 years of working in secrecy and isolation, so Andrew Wiles proven the Fermat's last theorem, and it's a very long proof. We also have the Goldbach's conjecture that every even integer greater than 2 is the sum of 2 primes. And until this day, no one knows whether this proposition is either true or false. But what's important with the proposition is you have an idea whether can the truth be proven or not, or can it be falsified. So that's what's important. That is, does it have a truth value? Is it either true or is it false? So that's it.